G'day guys, and welcome to the channel. And here we are doing the next upgrade on the air intake and putting the MRP mass airflow sensor tube on and replacing the RR racing tube on, and see if that improves the bottom end. Can't help the crows, they're just very noisy at the moment. Shit, that's bad. Okay, we have a problem. How did that happen? Okay. We have a problem, chaps. This has come apart. How the hell did that happen? But it's should just clip back in. We'll just figure that out later. Bloody hell, that's ordinary. Okay. Let's make sure switch clips have come apart here. There you go. Disaster averted. So it's just okay. Hard to see, but there's a cover, and the cover just came off, but the clips aren't the switch thing. It's okay. This little guy. This is actually going to work alright. So I just need a tube, rubber there. This one's good. There seems to be plenty of room in here. I'll probably turn that a little bit, adjust it, and make sure that that fits perfectly. Okay, we just had some noisy people, but the good thing is this will go into there perfectly, and this will go on there perfectly. So I don't need to cut anything, I don't need to adjust anything. We'll swap over the mass airflow sensor and we'll go from there. Okay, so we remove gently move that. It's pretty clean. I don't think I'll change it. I think it's pretty good. Silicone spray. So it goes that way. Now it only goes in one way. Can't put it that way. It goes in one way. So I don't know if you can see. Mass airflow is in. Just tighten it up. Just firm, not too tight. And here we have fitted to the new tube. So the next part is fitting the tube. And we'll use some of this. Let's kick her in the guts. what we'll do next, I'll put it back together, put the dash back together that I pulled apart yesterday. I've got the draggy charging. It looks like the rain has stopped, so we'll try and find a piece of dry road. I've got to retrain it, redo it. But hopefully that's fixed the drivability issue, which was a problem. So next part of the video, we'll be in the car and we'll go for a drive. Okay guys, we're in the car, and I don't know if you can see the Lambda, but it's significantly richer than it was. Now that will hopefully adjust itself, but we'll see how we go. We'll go for a little drive. And hoping it will... So it's a lot richer than it was. Which is to be expected because the air is moving faster over the face of the mass airflow sensor. No surging. Interesting. Here's the test up here. Check engine lights on. Okay, so what happened, the Lambda went down to like 0.8 something, and we got a check engine light, which is what I would expect changing the mass airflow tube size, but now it's sort of hovering around the 1.98, 1.04. So I think it's going to adjust. We'll just take it for a drive, let it settle in and see how we go. Oh, we're off. We're off. Oh, it's smooth. Smooth. I think we might have had a little wind. We'll just see how we go. Okay, so here we are out at Queensland Raceway, would you believe? And it looks like it's a Porsche club day or something. We have engine check light again. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go home and I'm going to put the other tune back in it. The first RR Racing tune, because whatever's happening, and I don't know if it's the headlight now that's causing it or what the hell's causing it. So yeah, I'm going to drive home, see what happens. It's going longer each time when I clear it, but it is still check engine light coming back on. And it's still got this horrible dead spot off idle. It just bogs down and goes. So I'm going to put the other tune in and see how that goes. Okay, so I got home and I drove all the way from Queensland Raceway and no check light. The KCLV actually went up to 24.1 all by itself as it's going up hills under cruise control. But it is still a real dog off the line. If you stop in full throttle start, it just goes, then it clears itself. So it's almost like the old days with a big 4-barrel. You stomp on it and it's just a dog, and then it gets up a few RPM and then clears itself. That's what this feels like. So I'm going to flash the first RR Racing tune back onto it and see if that fixes it. Otherwise, I'll be sending an email to Mr. Loy. I think that may happen. Anyway, we shall continue this saga. Okay, we just loaded up the tune and we're off. So already it's so much response just out, and the gearbox is doing some weird things. So the gearbox has to relearn and do some stuff. Now we'll go up left. I'm not sure why the gearbox is doing, but okay, we're on the road again, and gearbox is really weird. It's flaring and doing all sorts of crap and going into neutral, but I think it's starting to learn its way. So far, no check engine light, which was running too rich before. The lambda now is running between 0.95 and 0.1 and 1.05, which is normal. Throttle response is excellent. So I'm just going to take it for a ride, drive, get the KCLV up on both the high and the low, and see where we go. Okay, so the car now is driving really well, except the gearbox is all flary and weird, and that's to do with the tune. So I don't know what to do, but when you shift using the paddles, it's actually quite remarkable. So here we go. Air off. Sport mode. Get past that piece of wood. Alright, here we go. Hope it doesn't go up in smoke, but maybe it might. I'll be stuffed. Okay.
Quarter mile.
Alright, she just goes up in smoke. Alright, we've got to go back and do that again. Don't know how to do that, but we'll get back to you. Alright, manual shift this time. We stuffed up before. Holy crap.
100.
Oh my gosh.
Quarter mile.
It launches so hard. Oh my gosh. Give me some air conditioning. Holy crap, this thing goes hard. That's how it used to be. That's how it was before that bloody tune. I can't see the numbers, but we'll do the numbers. G'day guys, and welcome to the final update on this saga. So I came home and the car was still, the gearbox was really bad. It was flaring, going into neutral, doing all sorts of stuff. If you put it in sport mode in manual shift, it would shift quite good, not a problem. But when you let it do it by itself, it just got very confused. So last night I thought, how about I put it back to the factory tune. So this morning I got up early and I flashed the car back to the factory Lexus tune. Started it up, it ran really well, went for a drive, gearbox, perfect. So I went for a drive out past on the way to, actually halfway to Queensland Raceway. Gearbox went well, engine was going really well, which is surprising because it's not supposed to with all the mods, but it just went really well. I pulled over the side of the road, turned the engine off, I flashed it to the first RR Racing tune, the one that freaked out the gearbox. The second RR Racing tune with the bigger airbox and the bigger filter and everything, that I'm not going to use that. So I put the first tune in, started the car up, drove off, and the gearbox was absolutely perfect. It changed gear, it was better than new. It was so good. So whatever happened going from the last tune to the second tune didn't work. So I put it back to factory, updated the tune, then I went for a long drive, got the KCLV up. It's not as high as I want it to be, it's like low 20s, but it's still okay. Then on the side of the road, traction control on, I just ripped off one of the best 0 to 60s I've ever done, including the drag strip with sticky rubber. 60 to 120, and I think the 50 to 100 kilometers an hour was a PB, I think it was. I'll have to have a look again, but it is so strong. It goes so well. So the car now, as it is the quickest it's ever been. Now, having said that, the good thing is this Saturday, if it stops raining, we've got a test and tune. So I'm going to go there with the car as is. I'm not going to touch anything. I'm just going to take the car as it is and see if we can get a PB over the quarter mile and the 8th mile. Anyway, that's the end of this saga. As far as modifications go, there's nothing much left to go. I may do the tune by Loy. I don't know yet. I haven't made up a decision. I'm going to find out how much it's going to cost. I think it's very expensive, but we'll see how we go. But if the car goes really well on Saturday, we're in. So that will be the next video. Saturday, test and tune, if the weather's fine. Anyway, thanks for watching. I know this has been a long video, but I had to troubleshoot it and find out what the heck, how to fix this, because I knew I could fix it. So thanks for watching. Please share, like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.